Hey, y'all. Hey, if I don't stop messing with this camera, then I'm never going to get to record. And I just can't seem to get the angle that I want right now. But that's all good. We is back. Back in the house. Today is day 46. Yes, y'all. We are one day on the other side of half of this 91. See, Spirit's already talking to me. 90-day journey. Spirit's already told me that I will continue this journey past these 90 days. So I have committed to a complete year. And this is premature, me telling you all this. And you'll hear it again throughout the course of the next few weeks because of some stuff that I'm implementing in my world. And y'all know I just want to take everybody on the journey with me because I figure y'all on the journey too. And we're not journeying by ourselves, right? Oh, goodness. You know what I didn't do? Let me hook this up because I bought this for a reason and I'm going to use it. And I really hope we're getting ready to try it. This doesn't... oh, sugar. Me and this microphone. This doesn't end my video. I don't know how it's going to work out. Let me stick this here. So the but yeah, so the plan is around that time where we end this 30-day journey, or 90-day journey, it will give me the opportunity to start posting again every day. Since I'm getting in the hang of it. Let's see if it stops. Bit of recording from the space and posting and editing and that sort of thing. So I'm glad it's worked out the way it has, and that we'll continue to work it out, and grow as the channel grows, as the academy grows. Now, because that seemed like it was going to flip all over the place, and nobody needs that. So how are you feeling? How's your mental? Okay. Good. Well, congratulations for moving through it. Yeah. I'm grateful that you are keeping your mental health at the forefront of what it is that you're up to. And that you're remembering to take a moment to breathe, to feel what it is that you're feeling, acknowledge your nervous system, and commit to your overall health. The idea for this space is for us to experience optimal health. Excuse me, optimal wellness. They were like, nope, that's not right. Optimal wellness is what we are creating over here. Well, this has been a day filled with possible triggers. And I say possible triggers because over the course of this experience, coming into YouTube and creating a learning lab, there has been opportunities to be triggered. Today was not any different. Okay. I went to post day 34 today. And so I'm 12 days ahead of what you all are actually seeing, right? I went to post the video, y'all. I couldn't find the video. So when you watch day 34 and then you get to day 46, you're going to hear the conversation. And I really didn't know what to do. I was really torn between just re-recording it as if that was day 34, but I couldn't. I couldn't. I say torn, but not really, right? The production side of me wanted it to be that way. The perfected side of me wanted it to be that way. But that's not what we're practicing here. We're just practicing leaning into what it is that we're being given, right? So I was given the opportunity to operate in complete transparency, right? So the video says, hey, this is day 34 video, but this is not day 34. I must have deleted my video or skipped a day. I don't know what happened, but it goes from day 33 to 35. Trigger, 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 trigger. So, technology is a budding area of discipline and enjoyment and creativity for me. And I have to say it out loud sometimes that I don't like it. I don't. And having to do things more than once really gets me going. And so it just feels something inside of me, just like irritation, frustration, truthfully, because it should just come out right the first time. But again, I'm working through my own perfectionism. I'm clear on what it is, y'all. Get clear on what it is so you can keep working on it. When you see it, you mention it to yourself. You just keep pressing past and through it and working on it and giving yourself grace in the meantime. So that's what happened, a little bit of what happened in my day today. I can't really remember much else. Well, I do. I do. I have hmm, that's interesting, Spirit. Okay. So I'm gonna say it like this just for the point of uh, creating a private space in this space, and I'm going to create a subscribers space. So if you all want the whole shenanigans, the whole nitty gritty, you're going to come over there and get the lowdown. Because if anybody wants to know the deepest secrets, they're going to pay for those. Okay, don't mind me. Don't mind me. But at this juncture in my life, I'm having to kind of reroute my I want to say my plans a little bit in going into a 9 to 5 space, right? And so, in preparation for me doing that, as well as some spiritual work that I'm doing um, this summer, I'm revamping I'm detoxing everything, right? I'm breaking habits. I am starting working out tomorrow morning at 8:30, which is another reason I gotta go to bed. And that's going to be for 4 weeks. So for 30 days, I'm going to commit myself to a detox. And guess who gets to go with me? All of you, because I'm just not doing it by myself anymore. I just refuse to do it by myself anymore. So if I'm going to the gym at 8:30, y'all are going too. Okay. Now, y'all just get up and get ready. Well, 8 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes almost into this video. I just want to say to you, if you have not already, like, subscribe, share, comment, mash, press, all of the things. Do that to that little button down there, that bell. You see it? Yep, that one. And then, let's see. Oh, that arrow to share. Yeah, just press those and send this over to somebody that you love or you like, or somebody that you know is interested in their uh, transformation and, you know, get into their evolution of who they are. And thank you for coming. I keep seeing you coming through here. I appreciate you. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your engagement. I appreciate you making that one-on-one schedule with me so that we can talk about what triggers you and together look for some ways that you are able to hone in on those triggers and use them for your good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, so we're going to get into what it is that we're talking about today. You know what? Did I not? I may not have. Let me get my didn't. Okay. So this week, let me get my I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I had to get back to my notes. I had somehow lost them, and I did not want to talk in circles tonight. So, yesterday was day 45 again, y'all. That's we talked about self-governance and having autonomy within our own agency, and it was a very interesting conversation to have because it was right on time for the situation with the sitting executive chief executive officer for these here United States and the previous chief executive officer a few times ago. And I try not to mention their names because I don't want nobody over here nosying around in our business like that. We don't give no energy. But this is what we're seeing and why these conversations are so important because this is what shapes the culture that we live in. And I say that because if we have autonomy and the people that are impacted by this continue to stay silent and complacent, we are agreeing to the mockery. And when we are leaders, if we are in leadership roles, positions where people are counting on our clarity and our integrity and our ethics, I'll say, and our moral codes to make a decision to speak against the blasphemy that we see occurring within us and as a reflection in the spaces that we hold. I hope all that made sense. And for the person that caught it, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? So don't let these days go by and you're not peeping where you see this stuff occurring in your everyday waking reality of life. Okay? All right. So in day 46, we're talking about loving detachment. Now, this is one of my favorite titles or topics because truthfully, I do love detachment. One of my coaches taught me to be connected while staying detached. Think y'all can do that? Can you be connected but detached in a way that allows you to allow someone else to maintain their autonomy? See, I'm not saying that the actions of the sitting executive officer of these here United States is anything wrong because everyone's entitled to their autonomy. And I would rather you tell me how you truly feel about a situation. Show me who you are. But now I get to choose. I'm detached though. It's no sweat off my back. I'm not mad. I rarely even say anything bad about the person just because I'm that detached. I mean, the behavior speaks for itself. What am I supposed to do? You are who you are. But in you being who you are, you do not have the right to hurt, harm, or cause danger to anyone else emotionally, psychologically, physically, mentally, verbally. And though I'm sure the previous sitting officer and his family weren't at all bothered by the shenanigans, and not that we shouldn't have been bothered, but is that also a distraction from something else that is going on in this space? And can I be detached from that too? But can I speak clearly about how I feel about it? What I'm not interested in participating. Not even am I not interested. I'm not participating. It's foolishness, right? But I get to say that through my autonomy, through my love for detachment, but being connected, because I know what's going on matters to a lot of people. And not that it doesn't matter to me, not that it doesn't impact me. It's just not my focus, because I still got to get to where I'm going, regardless to how everybody else is standing around having tantrums. I can't let the decisions on Pennsylvania Avenue dictate to me how I'm going to move, because lo and behold, you piss the right people off, and that could be a situation. I mean, really, come on, let's think about it. That's not saying anything that isn't a potentiality. We've been in the situation before. 25 years ago, somebody was pissed off about something then too. And it changed the framework of everything that we know. And knowing that in the corner of my mind makes me even more aware of how much detachment I hold in the situation, knowing that it could change at any moment in time. So, who am I going to be? That's all I can really work on, if you will. Do I have this for my family? Check. Oh, that's going on over there. That's crazy. Hold on just a minute. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna let you know what how I feel about that. What's going on, right? Can I release one emotional hook? Something that triggers me and it reels me in every time. Every time it reels me in. No matter what I do, that thing, they can mention that thing and it gets my goat going. And it's you and that goat wrangling. Can you let it go? Can you release that one emotional hook? Let's talk about what that looks like for a few minutes when we release our emotional hooks. Are y'all ready? Do you have your pen and paper? And you know, you come to aunties, you gotta bring stuff now. Don't leave your stuff. How do we release our emotional hooks? Those things that get caught off in us. One, you gotta thicken up your skin, baby. You can't be bothered like that. You know, you can't let these things get you all out of balance. That's what I'm saying. Thicken up your skin, thicken up your spiritual skin. You have to know that you know where this stuff is coming from. You got to be able to identify it and move beyond it. Because if you don't, it's going to suck you up. The tentacles are going to get on you like, and it's going to just. I'm going to forget my sound effects. I really love my job. I mean it. Don't let that happen to you. Get thick skin when it comes to being in multiple places with information that may and may not agree with you, with people who do not hold the same perspective as you. It does not make you any more right or them any more wrong, but you don't want it on you. I don't want that on me. Whatever it is, right or wrong, call it whatever you want to. I'm not subscribed to either one, truthfully. Truthfully, I'm not subscribed, but I know I don't want that on me. My skin is thick in a way, my spiritual skin is thick in a way that I can hear what you're saying, gain a perspective for myself without being connected to making you wrong. I can only hold you to what you said. I can only hold you accountable to what you say. Right? Be willing in the art of detachment. Be willing to be held accountable. Right? Everybody's not going to agree with everything that you say. Not everyone's going to understand, because not everyone has had the experiences or have opened themselves up to the opportunity, I will say, to understand, to gain new perspective, to be open to a new idea. So you can't be attached to if everybody's understanding you or not, Corey. And you know, I bring up my boy a lot. You think Jesus felt understood? I embody the idea that Christ lives within me. Buddha, Allah, Muhammad. I am that, right? So I can't ignore the fact that if I'm embodying that energy, that they're not going to agree with me either. That's how certain you got to be about what it is that you're up to. Can you allow yourself to be misunderstood? Can you detach from the idea of being right, from being accepted? In all spaces, you will have places where you accept it. And there are places that you will draw a line and stand in your detachment, and will feel too far off to others involved. And it will look like escapism. It will look like um, non participation, right? People have an expectation of how you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to act, what you're supposed to say. But you can be detached from that too. So we know we got to be detached, and we got to have thick skin, right? That's our first one, have thick skin. Our second one is the balance of the two, right? The balance of having thick skin and the balance of the detachment, the willingness to be misunderstood. Detach, autonomy. I'm free to feel the way that I feel. Not everybody's going to agree with me. And that's the magic of the current resident on Pennsylvania Avenue. That's the magic, the detachment. And that's what's got everybody so pissed off with him. Pissed. Because he don't give a damn. He don't care. He does not care. Detachment. See, sometimes you have to strategize with the strategies of the people that are operating within the strategy, right? Have you ever read what is it, the 41 Laws of Power? Is that it? It might be a few numbers off. Let me see. I don't want to misquote myself. Shoot. Excuse me. I misquote myself. I dropped the phone. Let me make sure I got that right. 41 Laws of Power. That book used to make me so mad. I just couldn't believe. Um, that's what's coming up for my brain. But let me check. It's late after 10:30. It's no guarantee. 48 Laws of Power. I just couldn't believe that that's what we were operating in. This is how we choosing to be. But how can I use that same information and rewrite the narrative around how it operates, what it truly means, and the alternative to that? That's what's really available to us when we receive the information, when we get the knowledge, when we get the know-how, when we understand the indoctrination, when we have been educated beyond what was given to us. Okay. When we're educated beyond what is given to us, then we can apply the information in a way that is going to be evolutionary and change the trajectory for what we have experienced and those around us have experienced, not for us to become the oppressor in an already oppressed society. Those are ways, like seriously. That's how we detach. You learn the information, get hip on who's talking about what and what those things mean. I know that light is just, y'all hear that? No, nope. I'm going to turn that off because I think maybe it needs to be charged. But we've got to do that. Can't be sensitive around here. All this sensitivity, honey, bye, please. All this expectation to be the exception, please. Well, go ahead. Set yourself up for that idea. But you better detach because when the truth comes rolling around on you, I'm going to need you to be able to hold on. You can't be holding on to the attachments and the truth at the same time. You got to let something go. I say you hold on to the truth and you let the attachments roll on by. Okay? Because you got to be detached, but connected. Because these things matter to other people. So how am I supposed to be connected, Goddess? You know what's going on. You check in with those that it's impacting. You let them know that you support them. You understand how it also impacts you. You again get the information. Don't stop at one source for your information. You see these things back here? It's all the same information from different people. Essentially. Read. That's how you stay connected. And share. Come through, Spirit. Come through. Share. Share your story. Share your experiences. Share what's going on with you, with the people that you know, with the people that you are in community with. Don't let anybody turn a blind eye to the facts. If someone is arguing with you about anything that's going on and you feel some type of way about it, collect yourself and stand on the facts. I mean the facts that you know. I'm not talking about what somebody told you. I'm not talking about what CNN, Fox, none of that said. I'm talking about because you are connected. You have information because you are a leader within yourself, not even for this party, that party, political, blah, 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 person to person, nothing. No, you want to know the truth because that's what's innately inside of you and you don't care what color it is. Okay? I'm not saying a word. Y'all won't hear a word else from me. Might have told y'all not the truth just then. I love what I do. I pray that this, and I always say I pray, but I speak to God on our behalf. Because I'm not begging. I speak to God on our behalf that the information that is coming forth is meant to challenge the perspective and the perception of what we currently know as our personal truth, and for us to really embody what it is that we came on this planet to be, which was not a rock. To really get busy in the evolution of who we are and what it is that we're creating because it's happening fast. Like this time in our history, if you will, feels very similar to what I would think the Harlem Renaissance time felt like, when things felt really new and possible. And there were so many people that were coming out of the shadows and using their voice in ways that the collective understood that are still very powerful now. That's the energy that we're in. Like there's so much still to be discovered. Don't sit back and get distracted by what you see happening through these media sources without you doing your own mastery work. Again, these things matter, they are important. You are it. You are important. You are the one that makes the difference for someone else, for you to be the demonstration for someone else's liberation. Okay? That's how important this work is. That's how important it is for you to continue to show up in spaces like this for yourself. And if it's not me, I can give you a list of names of women that are having these conversations in different ways that may challenge your mind differently. Go see Sonia Marie, especially on Mondays, Word Life Astrology. She's here on YouTube. Go find Tama Aziz Swawi. Tama, don't get me. Uh, but Tama, Themae. Go find Reverend Tanya. Go find Goddess Charmaine. Go find Madame Tarot. Go find Glow Antimo. I might have tore up your name too. But go to another class, go to another session, go hear another voice, go tap in, go tune in, go get this information about how it applies to you in your life and what it looks like for you to finally detach from what it is that's holding you hostage. I use the example of what's going on in the world today because it's so prevalent. There's so much happening. You don't know where the distraction lies, but I promise you, what's not a distraction is you keeping your eyes on your own paper. I promise you, if you keep your eyes on your own paper, you won't be distracted. You won't have time to. All right. I got messages. But it's late, so I'm gonna go ahead and start to wrap this thing up. Congratulations. I like my bookmark. See it? It's what happens when you work at a elementary school and they have that scholastic book fair. It really activates your inner child and your inner memory and that nostalgia of going to the book fair. And this time I had book fair money. And so I went to the book fair and had a lot of fun. I probably spent $50, y'all. And this was in 2024. So I've kept up with it. I enjoy being here with you all, and I'm so grateful that you choose to be here with me. There's nothing like coming in here knowing that the perspective and the minds of the people that only God sent in this space will be changed in a way that is impacting to who they are from this moment forward. And you chose to stay, you chose to come in, and you chose to share this experience with another person, another you, another me. That's really intentional about creating the shift that they want to see in the world. This is Trigger to Transform. I am Goddess Shatoya, and this is the space that you've created to be safe, to be whole, and to be you. I'm grateful. Be well, and I'll see you tomorrow.